Love and light to everyone. I hope you're doing amazing. I want to tell you guys a story about my spiritual journey. I've always said it or made it in different parts, but let's just make it in one video. Let's see how that goes. I just want to show you guys and teach you guys that when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to your spiritual journey, your gifts as a whole, you learn how to be spiritual. You learn how to serve. You learn how to use your gift. You learn what your gifts can do. It's not something that you're going to do overnight. It's not something that you can go to a Gobela Mkulu or someone who's going to tell you exactly everything. They can give you an idea of where you're going. However, most of the other things you will learn as you go, which is you're going to learn your strengths and your weaknesses, what your gift can do and what your gift cannot do, right? So my story unfolded like this. So I found out that I was spiritual a couple of years ago, 2024. The very first time actually I found it was 2022. Yeah, 2022. But I thought that lady was crazy. Moving on, 2024, I hit rock bottom, was going through stuff, and I decided to go and see a healer, which is something that I've never done in my life. I never believed in healers anyway, but I did because I felt like in that space or at that time I really needed intervention because I had gone to church, I prayed, I had gone through counseling because I thought I was losing my mind. And then eventually, the last thing that I did was to consult a healer because I needed some answers about specific things, and I didn't find them at church. I didn't find them at counseling therapy. I didn't, so I decided to go and see a healer instead. But it took me some time before I could decide where to go and who to go to. I did a thorough research, and that's how I found out that I'm spiritually gifted. And that lady is the one that cracked everything open for me. From that time on, I started focusing on my journey until now. So, I started April of 2024 serving my gift. Saving my gift. Sorry, I'm outside, so people are greeting me. And within a month, I could help people. I was already dreaming at that time. I've always been a dreamer since I was a little girl, but there was a time or a phase in my life where I think I wasn't paying attention to my dreams. I wasn't giving them so much attention. So they were not also responding because if you don't give them attention, they also don't reply. So within a month, I started going into a trance. First time experience, obviously, there was this energy in me, scary as it was the scariest thing I've ever gone through. My ex-husband was there at the time, but we were not together. He was just there because of the kids and stuff, and he was also shocked. He's like, what is going on? It became real for both of us because I was with this person for 12 years. That had never happened. So after that, I started picking up on people's cues and signals where I would know people's problems just by looking at them. Started prophesying people right away within a month. Started receiving my spiritual garments as well. Clothes. The one of the first ones I got was actually this one. Um, and one of the first speakers I got was this one actually. So, after that, um, I met my guides. June of that year, I met my guides. Real time, real life. I did tell a story about it. After that, June, that's 2024, right? And then I think it was September. In September, we went to Polokwane with a couple of friends, and for some reason, I was with this girl, and I started picking up that the relationship that she was in was not actually aligned. So I started telling her that, well, I was drunk, of course, because I used to drink at that time. And then I told her that. She agreed with me. She told me that I know. I'm just here because for now. I'm like, if you want to achieve all the things that you want to achieve in your life, you're going to have to move away from this relationship. This is September of 2024, right? Fast forward, November of that same year, we went out. I used to go out a lot. Like, I used to have a group of friends that were very social. So we used to go out and attend a lot of things. And I met this guy, random guy I don't know, through a friend. He was just an okay person, no problems, no obvious things. He had eczema on his arms and hands. And then while we were talking, I asked him what was happening with the eczema, and he said it's because, yeah, he has eczema. I'm like, what's this? He's like, it's eczema. I'm like, this is not eczema. What's happening in your life? And it came out that he is going through a breakup with a woman that he had given his all, and somehow it didn't work out. The guy still hurt, and I'm like, that's exactly why you have the eczema, because it is actually a show and tell of what's happening on the inside. There's people like that, guys, that have certain medical conditions that show what their emotional state looks like, their mental health state looks like. You could have what's this, bloating, you could have heartburn, you could have, just to give you an example. So I could pick up on that guy, on that. And obviously, because we're in a social state and there was a lot of other people, I didn't go too far and too deep because I also didn't know what else is coming up. I only knew that that eczema was coming from the mental state, but he didn't take me seriously, and I also didn't follow through. I never saw the guy again till today. Moving right along, fast forward, December of the same year, 2024, I started dreaming about a grandma, but someone that I didn't know, of course, right? I'm like, why am I dreaming about this grandma? She was wearing full red. She wasn't saying a lot. And I think the same day or following day, one of my friends called me crying, drunk, and he's like, please, I need your help connecting to my grandma. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what I'm doing. Well, I didn't tell him that. I'm like, what do you need? He's like, I need to connect to my grandma. I need to ask her a couple of questions and whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Kanyisa, which is give me money, some energy exchange. Let's ask the guys to show us. I didn't even know what I was doing. I'd never done a consultation as well. But the guy gave me money. I was actually in the Eastern Cape at the time, December of 2024. When I came back, I was panicking. I didn't know what I was doing. Somehow, the morning of, I think maybe about beginning of Jan. Yeah, beginning of Jan. I woke up in the morning. I was wearing the same thing. This actually again. I was praying. When I tried to pray, my candle wouldn't switch on. So I decided to sit in silence and keep quiet. While I'm sitting in silence and quiet, a grandma walks into my room. Literal live. That's when I knew that this is serious. And this grandma is wearing yellow, like me. But she's wearing full yellow. Immediately she walked in, I'm like, who are you? I'm asking her, who are you? And then she starts telling me. Immediately my phone rings. When my phone rings, I pick up the phone. It's that guy, the one that gave me money. And he's like, I need to connect to my grandma. I'm like, I know, because I was in the Eastern Cape. I'm so sorry. He's like, no, it's okay. You told me. And I'm like, there's a grandma here who looks like this, like this. Like, he's like, oh my gosh, that's my grandma. And then we sit down and we have a conversation with this guy. And then it became more real. Like, my world was upside down at that time. I told my aunt, she didn't get it. No one got it. I was the only person who understood what just happened. And I was super excited about what just happened. So that's the first time I knew that I was a psychic medium, guys. That I knew I could prophesy. I knew I could pick up on cues about people. I knew I was a good judge of character for my whole life. And that is when it became real. And over time, it started becoming building and building. So in a space of, I'd say, maybe say a year, that's when my great gift started unfolding, what I can do, my strengths. And then I didn't know what my weaknesses are. Only after I knew what my strengths are, that's when I learned, which was 2025. That's when I started learning what my weaknesses are, what I can do and what I can't do in terms of my gift. I started traveling a lot. I started meeting a lot of people. And I started helping strangers. I could pick up on people. Sometimes I could see visions, which is seeing people's grandparents, grandmothers, ancestors, spirit guides, and so forth. It became more evident over time what I can do. So it is your duty, guys, when you find out that you have a spiritual gift, not to rush the process, because we are all gifted differently. Everyone's gift does different things. You could have a gift of prophecy, but it's not going to look like mine. Neither is it going to look like another person's. It's going to look like yours. Yes, similarities here and there, but that's about it. We are not the same. We don't have the same bloodlines. We don't have the same lineages. We are not even related. Even if you have a sister or brother, same mother, same father, they cannot have the same gifts as you. Most of you guys are rushing to know which side is the gift coming from, which ancestor is coming from. I didn't even know where it's coming from, but it happened in real time. None of my gifts really are obvious of where they come from. Even today, I can tell you that. I know what I can do, regardless whether it comes from my mother's side or my father's side. Well, I do have an idea on certain other things, and they've told me on certain things, but some other things are not even on any bloodline. Only I can do them. So it is important to be patient, to be present, to be consistent, so that you can understand and learn your gifts. It does take time. At this point, I'm at 2 years going on 3 years while on my journey. I am learning and I'm growing every day. Literally now, I just got new information about a new gift that I have. Well, I always had it. It's just activated now. I still don't know where it's going, but we will find out when we find out. Same thing like the other gifts that I had, that only I found out when I found out when I found out. So I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Love and light. Peace.